You know, we don't have to go overseas to do good stuff. We can do it here as well. We can use the places here, we can use the stories here, the culture here, you know, and we bring it to international level. Hello guys, I'm Yong L. I'm a digital imaging artist and photographer from Penang, Malaysia. Currently, I'm running a studio in Cyberjaya. I'm basically serving corporate companies on their creative visuals. For personally, I'm still doing digital imaging works. I will go around Malaysia, capture all the beautiful sceneries and basically take them to the next level. Usually, I will start with an idea in my mind. Then I'll sketch it out. After I sketch it out, right, I'll start to plan like what materials I need in order to create this shot. There will be a story behind every shot. So when I was a small boy, right, I used to vandalize the wall of my flat. My mom is very good. She realized that I have this tendency, right, to draw on the wall. She decided to send me to drawing class. She actually supported me lah. During secondary school, right, I started painting with watercolor and everything. Then I discovered digital art and I came across photography as well. So that's the time I realized that photography is actually a faster way to paint. It's like you're hacking. That's the point I was like inspired to combine photography and digital art. Then it becomes the digital imaging art I'm doing now. Actually, for my ideas, right, it's pretty simple and straightforward. It's all from my life experience. My family is not considered rich, and even when I want to go to university, right, I have to fight so hard to get the scholarship. My parents told me straight away they have no money for my uni. So I have to like work out another way lah, in order to study what I'm passionate about, which is creative stuff. I mean, my journey is quite tough lah initially, but there are a lot of ups and downs, and I basically use these elements as the ideas for my artworks. Like the moon, the fishes. The moon actually represents hope for me. It's like in the dark night, right, you suddenly see a bright moon in the night sky. The koi fishes I'm using usually are the pets of the rich people. So, you know, when I was small, I always like admire when I visit my relative house and they have those kind of fishes. So I'm thinking like, why can't I just put them in car park, in my flat car park? You know, I'm using digital imaging to reimagine what I could have achieved or what I'm aspiring for. The main challenge for me is actually my parents and the limitation of the resources I have. Because basically when I started doing this, right, my parents were not really supportive. My dad is a bit strict. Maybe he thinks that it's safer for me to go for a safer path. So I have to like convince them. And the only way I can convince my parents, right, is actually by proving them that I can actually succeed in this field. And currently, I think I actually did that. And my parents are actually quite happy with what I've achieved throughout the years. Basically, you can use all these experiences, whether it's good or bad, you can just turn them into artworks or content. Every stage has its own challenges and you have to like be prepared to face them, or else you are gonna be wiped out easily. The first proudest moment for me is actually winning the Sony World Photography Awards. And basically, I've tried the competition for 3 years. So one day, I suddenly received a phone call. And she basically told me that, oh, Yong, congratulations, we will be flying you to London. Then I was like shocked, you know, I was like shocked like for 5 minutes. So suddenly, I got this chance to go to London. So I was like, it's my first solo trip as well. That's the craziest thing. The only thing is that for all my proudest moments, right, my parents cannot be there to see it. Maybe in the future I can bring them along as well. You know? Yeah. Actually, for the shot that won the awards, right, it's actually behind my grandparents' house in our star. It is just a simple back alley, and I shot it during nighttime, during Chinese New Year. The night sky is very clear, and there are a lot of stars. And I just set up my tripod and camera. I just like do long exposures, but I never expect the shot to win, you know. So there's another mind-blowing thingy, but I think it's the meaning behind. Like a back alley, right, is like an underappreciated place. Some people will think that, oh, there's nothing fancy to capture in Malaysia. That's also the point that inspires me to go around Malaysia and capture the places here. And I want to cultivate that like in younger photographers and even creatives. For the younger generation, right, my only advice is actually to practice more. You don't have to care about what other people have to say. You have to care about what the right people have to say. If you're just starting out and you don't have much resources, I just want to tell you that it's completely fine. You just have to work around, and you have to use your disadvantage as your advantage. Your disadvantage, you don't have equipment and everything. You need to meet new people. Then maybe you can borrow equipment from them. Expand your collection. Figure out ways, get things done. I want to aspire more youngsters in Malaysia to start doing not only digital imaging, but anything related to the creative field. I want more youngsters to realize that photography can be much more than just pure photography. That we are entering a digital era, like currently we are going through COVID and everything. During the COVID thing, we cannot go out and shoot. So you have to work around as well. So digital imaging allows you to do that. The possibility is unlimited. My future plan in Malaysia is to actually build up the creative scene here. I feel that creatives and artists in Malaysia are pretty underrated, and I want to change that. I want to change the public's opinions towards this, and basically I want them to appreciate what we do more as a creative and artist.